Hello and welcome to another opportunity to sleep better tonight. Today I want to share 11 symptoms of not enough sleep with you. And I know that too well. I know that from my own life. I know that from my past. Thankfully it's my past, where I was so tired and so insomniac that I couldn't sleep sometimes almost for days. I maybe slept 1 or 2 hours a night, and sometimes I didn't fall asleep at all. And I had exactly the symptoms that I want to share with you today. But I also want to share with you what you can do so that you won't experience these symptoms in the future anymore. And the first sign that you didn't get enough sleep is when you can't concentrate and you can't focus. No matter what you try to do, even if you just try to do the simplest tasks, especially at work, you can't concentrate. And that's also one of the most painful symptoms of not enough sleep, is that when you are then sleep deprived and you try to work, you try to accomplish something, you want to achieve greatness, but you just can't do it because you're always tired, you can't focus, you can't concentrate, and you make a lot of mistakes. And yawning has become your new sport. All day long, every day, and people might even ask you why you're always tired and why you're always yawning. And this can be very annoying, especially when you try everything in your power to fight your insomnia, to finally get rid of it. And even though the yawning itself is already annoying, but you are also no longer able to actively listen. Whenever somebody talks to you, you might be passively listening a little bit. You're listening here and there, but you can't really absorb the information, you can't really gain any knowledge from listening, and you can't appropriately respond to the conversation. And that can also lead to trouble in case you're, for example, talking to business partners or you're talking to your boss, who of course wants you to respond in a certain way and who wants you to be able to actively listen to him. And your mood changes from not so irritated to very irritated. You get angry very fast, you get irritated very fast, you can't control your emotions anymore, and that's why it's so important that you do something about this situation. And when it comes to doing something about this situation, there's one specific amino acid that truly helped me on my journey to healing my insomnia and to finally being able to sleep. And this amino acid is called L-tryptophan. And tryptophan is an essential amino acid that is used in the production of the mood and sleep neurotransmitters serotonin and melatonin. So in other words, if you supplement with L-tryptophan right before you go to bed, your body can then transform the serotonin into melatonin, which can then lead to you having a good night's sleep. And for me, this was an absolute breakthrough. And there's one supplement that I found that doesn't just contain L-tryptophan, but that also contains melatonin, which is the sleep hormone in itself, and also other ingredients that can help you to relax and to fall asleep. And this is by far the best sleep supplement, and it's completely natural, but it's the best sleep supplement that I've ever come across and that I still take up to this day. And it helps me tremendously. And I'm 100% sure, or maybe I should say for legal reasons, I'm 99.99% sure that it can also help you. And if you want to find out more about it, then you can go to sleepbettertonightpodcast.com/asleep. That's sleepbettertonightpodcast.com/asleep. Or you can also click on the first link in the description. And you're constantly worried if you can sleep the next night. This is also one of the most popular symptoms of not getting enough sleep. When you're then constantly thinking in overdrive, will I be able to fall asleep? Will I not be able to fall asleep? What if I don't fall asleep? And that's why it's so important that you do something about this situation. And you might throw a temper tantrum even when the inconvenience that you're experiencing or when the emotional distress that you're experiencing is just tiny. It's just a little bit of inconvenience. It's just a little bit of stress. But because you're sleep deprived, you experience it way more intense. And this can lead to you not being able to control your emotions. And this can not only put you at risk of losing your job in case you can't control your emotions during your job, but it can also lead to a lot of trouble in your family and in your social circle. And the more days you lack sleep, the more depressed you get. Unfortunately, sleep deprivation and depression are closely linked in both ways. Depression can lead to sleep deprivation because you have low levels of serotonin, and then the serotonin can't be transmuted and transformed into melatonin. And that's why I also believe that especially for people who are depressed, the supplement that I mentioned to you earlier is so damn effective, because it doesn't just contain melatonin, the sleeping hormone, it also contains L-tryptophan, which helps you to increase your serotonin level, which then helps you, when it's nighttime and dark, to transmute this serotonin into melatonin, and then you can fall asleep. And you experience social anxiety even though you never had any. And this can also be the result of sleep deprivation, because you just don't feel attractive, you don't feel confident, you don't feel comfortable, you just feel, the best way I can describe it is with the word, you don't feel good, you just don't feel good in your own skin. And if you want to work on de-stressing your life, if you experience so much stress in your life that you can't fall asleep and you know that you're constantly stressed, then I recommend another supplement for you, and you can find out more about it if you go to sleepbettertonightpodcast.com/relaxed, or you click on the second link in the description, and this supplement is from the exact same company, and it's also a natural supplement that, for example, contains chamomile, L-theanine green tea, hops, lemon balm, valerian, and all kinds of other natural ingredients that are scientifically proven to help you relax, to de-stress your life, which can then lead to less cortisol in your body, and that can lead to you falling asleep easily and fast. And your head hurts and your eyes are hurting because of your sleep deprivation. That's also another symptom of not enough sleep. When your head hurts, you have these terrible headaches all the time, your eyes hurt, and you have these really ugly bags under your eyes. And nowadays I still have these bags under my eyes. I mean, I have them genetically, thanks mom for that, but I also have them because of years of sleep deprivation. And I can honestly tell you that there was a time when my eyes were so thick that I couldn't even see properly anymore. And I know how much that can hurt, both in your head and in your eyes. And you're at risk of making more mistakes and maybe even having an accident. When you're sleep deprived, when you're really tired, you should not be driving a car, because you can't focus that fast. In fact, you can't focus at all, and this can put you and others in danger. And it's hard for you to look forward to the next day, because you constantly think, will I be able to fall asleep? Will I stay awake all night? Will the next day be as shitty as this day? And that's why it's so important that you do something about your situation. And if you want to order the best sleep supplement, the best natural sleep supplement that I ever came across, that I'm still taking to this day, and that contains both melatonin and L-tryptophan, then you can go to sleepbettertonightpodcast.com/asleep, or you click on the first link in the description. And if you enjoyed this episode, then I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the Sleep Better Tonight podcast. And if you enjoy this and maybe also one of the other episodes, then I would invite you to leave a review on iTunes. And if you do that, you can send an email to sebastian@sleepbettertonightpodcast.com with a screenshot of your iTunes review, and I will say thank you so much by giving you free instant access to a very special gift.